everybody, it's been a while since I showed off my Get Her Done hat. Here it is. Wow, it's the 30th of July already. It's actually going to be only like 90 today. Oh man, it's been just smoking hot. It's been smoking hot everywhere. And it's the weather just one of the workers, Fred, he's out doing an air conditioner last Wednesday. He got stopped doing air conditioning for about an hour. It was pouring rain 30 miles away, and it didn't have a even spit of rain over here. So that's like any place you live, you know, just wait 5 minutes for the weather to change. So today we got all kinds of stuff, and I had some stuff yesterday that I just did, and I didn't film, but I will show you what I did. Took the jack stand, put it underneath here. I got the chain on there, started this up, and ran it with the chain. Chain worked pretty good. Of course, I sprayed it down again, which after I run it again today, I'll spray it down again. Well, I found a problem with why this is hard to start. The choke, when you pull the choke out, see how it kind of slides back in? Now it does, but there's this little deal here that you tighten up. This little nut here you tighten up, and then it tightens the tension on this cable, and it doesn't fall forward. Well, what it was doing before I broke this plastic piece here, before I broke the plastic piece right there, before I broke that, I would pull it tight and then it would fall in just a little bit. I never noticed it. So if you look at the choke there, instead of being there, it would fall into about there. It would fall into about there. And then once I got the bike started, I would push it in till it was all the way open. So part of the hard starting was on my end as far as the procedure. So then I'm going to do other things today, which are these are the footrests. I need to put those on, get the gas tank, get the gas line and the filter all put up in here. And I'm back. Figured before I wash this top, and I'm probably going to wash it tomorrow. It's getting pretty steamy out there right now. Let's see if the lights work on this thing. So let's get down here. I'm zipping down here. You can see what I'm doing. Yep. So green on here is ground, so I'm going to use this paper clip, back probe this ground, then I'll go in the front part, see if we can't get anything to light up here. So there we go, there's the ground. Hook the ground wire up. Now we'll hook the hot wire to here, turn this on, and then I'll use my screwdriver. I'll hook that right on the clip here, and we'll probe these things, see if we can't get something to light up here. Oh! Okay, got something to light up. That's the little light. Ooh, that's the big light. That's the big light. Okay, so hey, the light works. Alright, well, alright, stop talking for right now. Okay, I got the one side on. The other side was worse than this one. That's the one I had to do the repair on here. I guess you can adjust these out here and there for the sides. But I don't know, maybe you can't adjust them because those fenders are set in one direction. Checking my chain. Yeah, a little slack. Yeah, I was really surprised that chain worked out pretty good as far as getting it all loose. And after I ran it for a while and the chain was warm, I sprayed it down with some WD-40. That seemed to help it. It was a little lumpy there in the very beginning. Not too bad. I pretty much got all the lumps out of it when I was prepping it before. And so that worked out well. And we'll get this gas tank together and see what we need for line there. That I can take the extension off. There we go. There we go. Now change a little loose. Feet up, choke out. Gas tank's falling off. Hello everybody, there it is, Monday. Got the bike running. Finally got this hub. This is the other side, but I'm not going to be putting it on the hub that I ordered. So that's all on. get it down the road straight. I still have to paint that spindle red, and I'm going to have to do some notching on that castle nut so I can put the cotter key down it. I had to cut the spacers and stuff, so it's a little bit tight where the castle nut goes, where the cotter key goes through. So I'm going to cut the castle nut back, or maybe just open up that spindle hole a little bit so I can get the cotter key down there. Hello, in total YouTube fashion, there are some things they never show you, which I always try to come back and show you. So they say taking the clutch housing off is no problem. So far it hasn't been a problem. Till I try to get the nut loose. They don't show you this. Alright, here we go. As you can see, I had to put a strap wrench around this thing to keep it from turning so I can get the nut loose. They don't show you that. They say, oh well, we already got the nut loose, so we're just going to move on with the video. Hello? So if you had a big channel locks, one of those really big channel locks like I have for removing oil filters from semis, you could clamp it on here. As long as you're going to replace this, be careful, and then take that off. But you need two people to do it. So I wiped this down, got all the oil off it, make sure it was really dry, because once you get these things oily, they're not gonna grab. And then I jammed it up under here. And as I was turning this thing, it was kind of like twisting out like this. So I'm lucky that I was able to get the thing loose. And here, now I bought this wrench here. One side's a 20 and the other side's a 24. On this application, we use the 24. So you still there? Okay. And I'll show you this thing, putting it back together. There's all kinds of videos about this, but they don't show you this. They don't show that to you. And here we got this. Here's a little locking ring. This is the what you. There we go. That one just about fell in the soup. This piece out fits right up here. To get back there to get the nut, I had to get my impact driver and drive those out. So I don't know, I might need that to go back in. Go the other way. Let's see. Does this thing, just slides right off. So now we have to go up to the bench and we'll count the teeth. And I will bring you back. Alright, we have 17 teeth. I'm just taking this off with the hammer here. Loosen these up. It's the same thing I used to take those 4 bolts loose on this outside cover. Just wanted to get these loose before I went upstairs and ordered this. Flo's going to be going to bed here pretty quick, so I don't want to be banging on this while she's up there sleeping. But right there you can see I'm trying to get the light on it. Right down here, we count these little, where are we at here? Come on, I'm trying to get the light on there so I can see it. There. Count these little notches all the way around here. I'll be pulling the gear out, you'll see it. There's 17 of those. So I'm going to go upstairs now. Go back. Go up and order the one for the 17 splined, and we'll see how long it takes to get here. This assembly is supposed to be coming in on Friday sometime. A lot of times they come in late in the afternoon. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is probably do all that painting. Paint that front hub up, or paint that red. The one that came in is this gold color. I'm going to probably paint the ends of these bolts. I'm going to paint those that kind of gray silver colored paint. Actually, that silver colored paint, I looked at the can, I forgot, it's heat paint. It's heat paint. It's wonder why it's drying so quick. That's okay. That works. Yeah. This thing was $25. But if you look at the clutches in this thing, the clutches were like $15. So for another $10, you get all new springs. These are the springs in here. You get all new springs, you get all this stuff. So now there's a C-clip in here that comes out. Yeah, you can use a Phillips. Just got to get it out. Work it your way around here. Yes, there you go. It's like putting a ring on the top of a piston. You got to take your time. Just take your time. There we go. It's under some pressure, so I'm going to push it down. Get this last piece out of here. There we go. Okay. So this is the outer disc. It should have some springs on it. Yeah. Here, we'll put all the springs back in here. Yeah, this goes down. So I can lay this out the way it comes out. Alright. Well, that's really wore down. Yeah, there's not much left there. Let's check this one. This goes up against the other disc, the one on the back side there. Yeah. These things are in bad shape. I think this whole thing comes out. And then there's a disc behind here. It's another disc. That lays up against this one. So that's how this one. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. She's pretty well pooched out. And let's look at the. There's a little springs that come out with it. 4 of those. Let's look at the. That comes out like that. Let's look at this thing. Yeah, look at this is all burnt. Yeah, this thing's all grooved up and burnt up. I don't know if you can tell that on there or not. It's burnt. It's all burnt up in here. I mean, it's going to have a certain amount of scuffing, but shouldn't be that crappy. So, back. It's like a pressure plate to a car engine. Got to have a certain amount of tension on there to keep the plate engaged. Well, after a while, if the clutches get wore out, the springs get wore out because of the heat and stuff, so it makes sense to buy a whole new assembly. So, like I said, $10 more. You know, I know it's cha-ching for me, but it's make it better. It'll be better. Ah! It's Friday. Same shirt. Didn't do much yesterday to get it dirty, but we're going to get it dirty today. So a bunch of stuff just came in. The new clutch. Of course, there's the old one up there. All the little pieces, some extra stuff that I probably won't need. Hub's all painted red. The nuts holding the wheel on. The nut. All in. What else did I get into today? Oh, got the choke cable. So, all that stuff being said, let me get you set up and come with me and we will fix this. Alright, I'll be back. So now we go on with this. Looking back behind here to get this thing all lined up in the teeth. So what we had, washer, the washer. Okay, so we've got the clip, retaining piece here. There's a notch in there, I think. As you can see, there's a little notch in that, and there's a notch in the shaft that should fit into. Maybe that just fits into there we go. Alright. And we have a washer that's bent a little bit. It's kind of bent like this here. We're going to put that bent side down, and we're going to put this nut over the top of it. Oop. Come on. Wipe it off. Alright. Let's put that in there. Oh, damn it! Not once, but twice. Let's try this again. Maybe I just had to put the washer on there instead of trying to get the nut on it too. Okay. Let's put this in there. Make sure that clip is back in there far enough. Seems like it. Tighten this thing up. Alright, so I'm laying right here. So I'm not right here. We got the washer in there correctly. Why isn't this fitting? Well, now it's fitting. Why wasn't it fitting before? Huh. Alright. Let's try this way then. Yeah, no, this isn't going to fit. Why that wasn't fitting before. That's hitting. There we go. Now we gotta wrap this thing up here. Put that in there. Wrap that around there like that. Do I do it like this? And put it in backwards. Okay. There we go. Wrap that around there. And that gets pulled tight. There we go. Now I can torque it. Let's get this a little tight to begin with. And we'll go get the torque wrench after that. Easier said than done. Oh yeah, this is the way it does. Yeah. Everything falls right into place. Don't have to do anything extra. Alright, I'll be back. Let me go grab my torque wrench and set it up. Alright. We're set to 25 foot-pounds. Notches here. Kind of hold that too. There we go. Torqued. Now it says you need to tighten it up a little bit more if you don't have one of those things that line up. Looks like you can torque it a little bit more. It's off just a little bit. It usually goes 31 pounds, but I put it back to 25 in case I have to torque it up some more. So, if we've got to torque it up some more, we will torque it up some more. But not with the torque wrench, but with the regular one. This needs to move just a little bit. Come on. Oh, sure. Come on, baby. Get in there. There we go. Just a little bit. That should be it. That one right there. Let's see if that will work. Where's my screwdriver? Yep, there it is. All right, locked in place. This little star deal locks around the nut. Goes on there, and you can see the little pieces cut out of the nut. There's one. I don't know if these are supposed to have Loctite on them or not. Never said anything about it. So what I'm just going to do is snug them up very well. And we should be set. That's snug. That's snug. Okay, next is this cone and spring, which came out of the other one. It's a cone. Sorry. Got a hole in it. Cone goes right here in the middle. And then there's it's a little shaft, piece of stock, and a little spring. Spring goes in. Spring goes towards that. Alright. Spring is what runs on this piece right here. I'm going to take this out since they gave me one with it and see if it's the same size. This little adjustment right here. I would turn it sideways, but it's got a bunch of oil in it. I guess let's put the O-ring in there. We'll roll that down the shaft until it comes up against the housing. Then there's a washer. Goes over that. That's a new washer. And then the nut. It's on the outside that we use to tighten everything up with. So. Alright. Okay. Let me grab some paper towels. I was going to show you before I put this on. Right here, where my finger is, right on my finger, that's the oil pump. The oil pump is right here, inside this housing. And I fixed it right here, where my finger is pointing. That's where it was ripped, and I put some black ATV silicone gasket maker on there. So this should be all ready just to fit right up in there. I'm thinking here of everything before I put the cover on. Yep, I think I got it all. There's two dowel pins. There's one here on the case, right here on the case, and then there's one here on the engine block. So I got to make sure that I get those two dowels lined up where everything slides on the way it should. Got a little rubber mallet here. Take it easy with this. This is very thin material. Okay, I came up with a whole bunch of different bolt sizes. There's actually 3 different bolt sizes. There's these, which go around the bottom, up around in here. There's these long ones that go up here where they're longer case covers. These other ones are shorter. The other ones are shorter. And then there's one here that's longer than all the rest. And it was the one that held the spark plug cable wire on. And I'll show you. Here's one of the long bolts. And here's another. Here's that longest one. It's way longer than all the others. But the case cover, it looks like it should be one of these short ones. But it's not. It's very long because it goes all the way in here by the engine. Goes all the way over to the middle of the engine. So I'm thinking this probably holds both cases together. You can split this case. Take this end off, you take the other side off, and then you can take bolts out and actually split the case where all the big gears are. So we're putting the long ones right in here where they belong. That's a long one there, and another long one goes up here. And I put the other long one in there, so we should all be set. Get the right little socket on here, we can start spinning these up. Then when we tighten them up, we'll just tighten them up in a cross pattern. Hot one today, I tell you what. It's only like 85, 86, but it's like 90% humidity out there. Oh, it's smoking today. Got the air on in the house. Of course, I'm here in my garage, known as the bunker, and I've got that. I got the AC coming in, and I got the fan that I fixed there with the long cord blowing behind it, blowing up here to the front of the garage. And it's still a little bit warm. lock this little nut down. You're supposed to be able to turn that until there's some resistance, and then you back it off. Let's see. I don't get this. Where's the resistance supposed to come from? So that's kind of the big one right there. That's kind of the big one right there, and back up. So I'll put the oil in it, finish that up, get that topped off. It's strange when you take the oil plug out of this. Here's the oil plug, and right here is the exhaust pipe. So I have to take the pipe loose on the end back here by the back seat, and then take the bolts loose coming out of the head of the engine, and move that pipe a little bit out of the way so I can get the drain plug out of it, because it goes right straight across the top of it. So that's bad design, but do what you got to do. So I got the plug in it, and I'll tighten up the exhaust, put the oil in it, put the choke cable on it, get my front wheel on, and we'll start it up, and we'll take it out for a ride to see if it works better. It should, but we'll see. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, just got back from taking it out for a spin. I did okay. Clutch was definitely better. Still, you know, kind of bogs out, but you know, I'm 230. I'm not supposed to be sitting on this kid's bike. Once you get it rolling, get it going, yeah, this thing hauls butt. And it kind of bogs a little bit, and again, it could be that compression. You know, this engine being a little loose. So I'm going to take it out tonight, buzz it around for a little bit. Got that new oil in it. Bring it in here, shut it down for the night, and then I'm going to do a compression check on it tomorrow, and then we'll see what we come up with, and that's kind of the deciding factor of where I'm at. If the compression comes up to 100, I think it's good to go. If it's still down around 80 and low, I'm probably going to have to pull it out and re-ring it. I mean, do I have to? No, I don't have to. Should I? Maybe. Oh, God. Heck, I might not even get a free Dr. Pepper out of this. I might be owing the bank a case of Dr. Pepper by the time I get done with this. Ah, gee whiz. It's a fun little project, don't get me wrong. Just, it's annoyingly, just all kinds of twists and turns. Learning all kinds of new stuff about ATVs. Alright, Saturday, here we are for the compression check. Test. Alright. Got everything hooked up. And let's see what the news is going to bring us. So we were at 80 last time, did an oil change. That got kind of black. And then I replaced this side cover, put new oil in it, ran it for a while, took it for a spin last night, and then the other initial spin, checking out the clutch. So let's see what we've got. Well, we can shut this off and just spin it over here. That's 80 again. Let's try it one more time here. again. Alrighty. Alright, well, we've got 80 again. Jeez. Okay, well, we'll deal with that here in a bit. I got things going on. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably going to have to do something. Alright. Hello. Well, I'm back. Thought about it. But, you know, this is get her done. We are, I'm into this for $374. That's with the, what I have to order here to re-ring this. What I have out of this $374 is $80 in tools. And I've always put that on jobs that I've done, either lawnmowers, cars, whatever. If I have to buy a tool that I may only use once or twice, it's going to get paid for by the job. I think that, you know, shops, I guess that's a little bit different, but me here and this in my bunker, my bunker garage, things are just a little bit different. So I have $80 in the tools. If I didn't figure in, I'd have $294 if I already had these tools in, so I'd be significant lower and still be able to make a better profit. You know, these tools, I bought the compression checker, which I needed to get a new one anyhow, and I wouldn't be even buying one if I didn't need that small spark plug that this 50cc has in it. And I thought, okay, I'll get another one. And then I had to buy the tool to take that nut off and tighten the nut on the automatic clutch hub. I have to buy a special spring compressor for the head. I'm going to do, you know, I'm going to lap in the valves. I mean, I've had the head off when I do this overhaul. I'm going to do the valves, and that was like $25. What else do I have? They have a special little wrench set, I think might have been about $12 for setting the valves, which is pretty slick little setup, and I'll show you when I do it. And then I had ordered a set of angled feeler gauges. I had some at one time, and I think I just left them back in Dubuque. They're probably in my brother Dan's toolbox. I was looking for them. I said, nah, I think I left those in Iowa for Dan, or maybe Dan used them one time and kept them. I don't know. It don't matter. They're just feeler gauges. Then I ordered a set of those. I think they're like, I don't know, 14 bucks or something. So, all that should be coming in next week sometime. I think the tools will probably get here before the rings and stuff. So, probably I'm gonna have to clean up all my benches, wipe them all down, scrub them all up, get them nice and clean. Make sure there's no blow off the top of my workbench here. Make sure there's no grit or anything that I use for, you know, I had that Sawzall cutting that nut a little bit. I did clean up that, but I want to make sure this top is clean. And then I put a piece of cardboard down on all the surfaces to put the parts. So that'll, I don't know. I think this is going to be the end of part 5, and I guess we're going into part 6, being the overhaul in the top end of the 50cc's clone engine, or Honda clone engine. So, getting there. Alright, this is the end of part 5. I have to go put this all together, so I hope it's not going to be too long. And then I'll probably be posting this on Sunday. Alrighty. Always something fun on Get Her Done. Be nice to your neighbor. See ya. Bye.